there, you know.
I
Many
figured
people
you
are
were just talking
saying.
shit. I figured
Many people are saying.
Many people.
A lot of people.
If you say Sydney Sweeney porn, I got like, I mean, it says Pornhub, but see, now I'm worried if I click on any of these, now it's going to be in my history.
Oh yeah,
exactly. You don't want to do it. Don't do it.
Browser history. Right. No, you don't want that.
I can't die on this hill, Jerry. I can't die on this.
I don't want you to. I don't know. There's no way. Courtney just so confidently said, I didn't know he was bullshitting. Former porn star. I'm like, former? Who?
I'm going to take Courtney's word on this. I got to take Courtney's word because I don't.
I'm just saying many people are saying. That's all. That's all.
The Trump. That's I don't believe anybody
my
now.
History. I don't want to mess up my history on my search browser.
Dude, I'm with you. I don't. That's why I don't believe when anyone says nowadays, oh, a lot of people have told me because that's a Trump move and it's full of shit. That's his lie when he was like, everybody told me I won the debate. Who's everybody? Nobody fucking told you anything, but he just says shit like that. And Moran's like, oh, do you hear that? Everybody
that's just con man talk.
Many people.
That's con man speak.
Look at Rasmussen put a poll out because they're very legitimate.
Right. Look at what he's doing with the I'm gonna reduce drug. His was crazy. He said it one time, and people tried to play it off like, oh, he literally just said it the other day, and he doubled down on the number. He said, I'm gonna he said we've already first he said we're gonna reduce the prices. Now, by the way, he said this about a week or two ago, and he said we've already reduced the drug prices 1,500, 1,200%. Now again, you only say that to dummies. Like you only say that because dummies know two things: reduction, large number. That's all they know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think here's the most important thing I want to ask
you
guys.
Right in front of him.
Yep.
Most important thing I want to ask you guys: when was the last time any of you wore a button-down collared shirt? I mean, I know that's not part of the comedian uniform anymore.
Yeah, it could be.
Think about it.
A button down shirt. Like I have shirts. Like I just performed, so I had a shirt that had 2 buttons on it, but not like what you're wearing. I haven't worn one of those since I did a corporate, and that was a minute ago. So
I was on vacation with my family, and we went to a nice dinner. That was the last time. That was about 6 months ago, maybe more.
But I've never sat around my house in a collared button-up.
I just wanted to represent the olds, guys.
Ever in my life have I ever done.
This is casual Monday.
There you go, Courtney. There you go.
It's casual Monday for me, guys.
Oh,
no tie.
Imagine going over to Courtney's house to watch the game, and he just opens up like that. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing here?
But see, now you gotta say Courtney came from a time where people used to dress up. Like this is dressed down for him. He could play basketball in this back in the day.
That's right.
Yeah. Hit it from a distance.
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This is very casual gear for him. Whereas I'm not gonna lie, even with corporates now, I do my best to avoid putting on a button.
Yes. This is Courtney's. I don't know what he's doing, but I like it. But holy shit.
Hey, listen, when we'd roll up to the court back in the horse and buggy days and get
right,
we'd have on the full cravats, everything. So
Courtney's dressed like he's about to yell the N-word at Jackie Robinson.
Hilarious.
In a fucking like we used to put on suits to go scream racial slurs at a baseball game. Like that's
he actually is dressed like he can run errands and do taxes at the same time.
Right.
He can give you actual
And who's to say I don't?
That's
flexible. True.
Who's to say I don't?
There it is.
There you go.
I'm in a fucking Empire Strikes Back t-shirt. That's what I
Absolutely.
Hey! Oh, look at Eddie and I. Look at Eddie and I.
I don't even like tennis, and I just
look at that
sweatshirt. I'm just wearing a tennis. My wife loves tennis, so that's the only reason I have this. So I go off the color scheme. That's it.
Right.
And by the way, I realize something. I don't know if it's the same thing for Jerry and Eddie, but when I don't have to perform, I put on the least amount of clothes I can possibly put on. Like I really like if I could wear sweats every day, all day, I would.
I'm
if
sure
if I don't have a gig, I'm in pajamas all day if I'm at home.
Yep.
If I change to go work out, I'll change to go work out. and then back in pajamas. There's no way. Like,
Yep.
there's no fucking point.
Well, I'm not.
Those
gonna
are
stand
those
up
are
and show you
Courtney's
my
pajamas.
slacks.
Courtney's in his pajamas right now.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
not going to stand up and show you my slacks.
Courtney
That's
actually wears a
not-
nightcap when he goes to bed.
Yeah, like a
That's-
fucking.
I have a
Was the night
candle
before
right over there,
Christmas,
right by
motherfucker.
the
Scrooge
Yeah.
with the thing.
Yeah.
He's got a gown
Courtney-
and a nightcap.
Courtney's
Ty,
the only
red
guy
light's
left with a
on.
kerchief.
You want to introduce us?
Courtney's rocking a fucking.
I know,
kerchief
yeah,
tonight.
we should probably go and this should have been part of the show.
We're going.
Well, red light's on, so it is
Bro, we're
now.
going. Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh,
Courtney, do you want to intro us today, Courtney?
No, I want Ty to intro us.
oh
Ty?
shit.
All right.
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure. This is the We Ain't Right podcast, and yay! But I'm gonna let everybody introduce himself. I'm Ty Barnett.
I'm Jerry Rocha.
Eddie Pence.
And Courtney Subtle
Courtney Subtle. There it is.
representing today.
That's right.
There it is.
Representing for the elders. There you
That's
go.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
man.
is, I'm not gonna lie, there is a lot, and I'm being very serious when I say this, there is something to be said for people who grew up having to dress a certain way.
Yeah.
They carry that into their life, and so it's
Yeah.
always in their mind, like they're trained. And like when I joined the military, I never used to make my bed. It was just kind of like I only made my bed because my mom made us do it.
Sure.
But
Absolutely.
once we got in, it's like you think to yourself, God damn, there's really no reason to not do this. Like I should make my bed. I should really
Kind of makes sense.
yeah. So my mindset changed from that, and then even when it comes to how you present yourself in public. So I'm always in all like now, mind you, I'm not the fabric y'all wore in those suits back then. Fuck, like not breathable fabric. So you gotta
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I went to private school all my life, so it was, the button down, even though it was a short sleeve, the slacks.
I could
And
only.
I don't know. Did you guys wear a uniform at Bishop Lynch?
Yeah, we had to. I went to like the most inexpensive private Catholic school in that. My mom would just wanted me to go to like a better school, and
Right.
she could barely afford it. And she's like, "No, we're gonna do it." And I'm like, I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? And
Right.
luckily, one of my friends was going to that school, so that helped. It was fine, but it was just a button-up white T-shirt and pants. That was it.
Right.
That was.
We used
That
to. Bishop Lynch was the Woolworths of.
It
private
really
schools.
was like, yeah, like you go to. I've been inside Courtney's high school for like events and shit, and it looks like you're in a museum. But you go into my old high school back at it looks like you're in the fucking post office. You're like, this is like
Was
the
it-
balls
you
on them
see,
to charge money for us to go here.
You ever see Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman?
Oh yeah, long time ago. He was a
When he first goes in, there's graffiti all over the damn lockers and shit.
That's right.
They're rolling dice. The 8-year-olds are rolling dice in the hallway.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, that's right.
Yeah.
Man, that's
My
was that his-
Go ahead.
Lean on Me, his first major starring thing.
Nah, he had done some other things before that, but that was the role where you really started to see Morgan Freeman as a elder
Yes.
authoritarian. Like you saw him in a role like this dude. He went from
Right.
that to being the president. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
It was
Right.
pretty firm.
What was
transition.
first, Lean on Me or Glory? I can't remember.
Glory?
I don't-
Glory came
Glory.
first.
Okay,
Glory,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It
Glory.
was
Okay.
Glory.
Because
But
I
like,
remembered him from Electric Company when I was a
That's
kid.
Yeah.
you know how many people don't remember that, man? I
Count
know.
fucking Chocula, baby.
Yes.
That was the man.
Yes.
He was the best.
Electric
remember him
Company
from
was
Electric
far and
Company.
above better than Sesame Street.
So much more. So much more. It was but you know what? I think the best theme song of all of them was Pryor's Place. That was that
Yeah.
had the
Ray
best
Parker
theme.
Jr.
Ray Parker, dude.
Yeah.
That was a fucking jam. That was I remember him from Electric.
Was it
Company.
what one or two seasons they
think it
had
was
Pryor's Place?
One or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
And-
greatness. That was
I don't
so
know
good.
any of this. When I was a kid during the McCarthy era, we didn't have Sesame Street.
Stop. You probably went to school with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he probably did. He probably.
Y'all the same kind of.
You did?
No,
Wait,
I'm sorry. I take that back. Courtney has to be younger than Morgan Freeman, but about, I would say, 10, 15 years? Probably?
Barely.
At least 30, 40.
Ha.
Remember, all this happened in spring break. I'm
That's
actually
right.
That's
That's right.
Oh
He's a
shit!
young man.
Yo, bar story.
No,
Here we go.
You did it to
Another
yourself,
one.
Courtney.
You set
You did
yourself
it to
up on that
yourself.
one.
Let's go,
You set
baby.
yourself up on that one.
Let's hit that.
God damn.
You know,
Okay.
you have a Rolodex of them ready to go. You know this.
I do. I just
He's trying to think of the safe ones to tell.
Right.
yeah. There's really no.
You have to
safe
have
ones,
some
Ty.
good
I
Jerry
wish there
Jones
was.
killed a hooker in the bathroom story. You
Okay.
have to have a few Jerry Jones strangled a couple of hookers in the bathroom before
I
he
do
went to
have
bust
at
it.
least one Jerry Jones story, which we will not tell on right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, that might help
Yeah.
Micah get a better deal. I say you
Yeah.
do it. I say you
I
tell it.
do.
Help
I'll
Micah
tell you
get a
guys
better
off
deal.
stream, but I do have a pretty significant Jerry
Come
Jones story.
on.
Oh.
Jerry ain't watching.
Yeah,
Jerry
Jerry ain't watching. That's
He's
right.
not gonna
Good.
watch this.
So I'll go on ahead and tell something else that might not get me killed. Spring break again, Charlie's again. And remember, 8,000, 12,000 kids a night, maybe 22, 24 of us. And they would run the wand over everybody as they came in the door. And Joe would always, the assistant manager that fucked me on last week's story by showing up 30 seconds too late. He would always in the office, we'd always all the supervisors would gather in, they'd have a beer, we'd talk about the shift, and he'd show the box of what he'd collected at the gate, and it looked like the prison shiv box, like pocket knives, sometimes a full clip of ammo, no gun. So it could get tense, and that's another reason why they'd say, don't go into the crowd. Don't jump over the bar. Try and be like a security guy and be like a hero. Unfortunately for me, if a brother goes over the bar, you got to go over too. And one night,
it's part of the
culture,
camaraderie, part of the fraternity of the bartender,
yes,
right?
Absolutely. You always have your bartender's back, especially in a place like that. So one night there was a big fight that erupted in front of four bar, and my compadre Rusty. Now, Rusty's one of those guys, as far as I'm concerned, there's two categories of people on the face of the planet: people that like to fight and people that don't.
Right.
Rusty's a guy whose eyes would just light up when there was a fight, and he could get involved. And
he lived for it.
He lived for it. He loved that stuff. Big old Texas boy, very husky, country strong. And there was a big fight that erupted with some of our Valley friends. Jerry knows what I'm talking about. In front of the bar, some big
RGV,
guys.
The RGV.
Yeah.
That's mi gente. That's mi gente, the Rio Grande Valley, baby.
The
border of Texas.
So Rusty he lights up and he's like, I get to go throw some punches. So he goes over the bar and I'm like, fuck, I got to go over the bar now. So I reluctantly get up and I see a guy. Rusty's got two guys in the headlock, and then there's another guy that's like getting ready to bull rush him. So I dive over the bar, grab the guy around the neck, and I'm like, okay, if I got this guy in a headlock, I'm going to be all right. Then he stands up, and my little feet are like a foot off the ground. Now I'm like Bruce Willis in Unbreakable when he's got the serial killer around the neck, and that guy's just spinning, trying to butt, and he's trying to hit me and do all of this.
But in a button-up shirt.
We did have polo button-ups for our uniforms. So
there it is.
That's wild.
So
oh fuck.
Anyway, I'm spinning around, and in my loudest voice that I can muster, because I see security fighting to get through to us.
Yep.
And Rusty's the only guy that's in. So in my loudest voice, I shout Rusty, except it came out like Rusty. Shrieking like a woman on The Price is Right. And so Rusty
did everybody stop? Did everyone stop? Go, wait, what just happened? Was everyone like, wait a minute, are you fucking kidding? What just went on here?
So I get he sees me and sees that I'm in trouble, and so he drops those two guys and comes and bull rushes this guy. And anyway, we get all straightened out. Those guys get busted. They go to jail. Rusty and I have to go back to work. He's all fired up. I'm just like, I just want to go home. I just want to get out of here. The next day I walk into the backyard at Charlie's and all the bartenders there. And then I start hearing a chorus of Rusty,
Oh man,
It was
that would
awful.
have been a ringtone had it been more modern.
Yeah,
They would have made it the
yeah.
ringtone every time you called them.
Back then, all we had was telegraphs. So it was, it just was not a good moment for me. I'm not a fighter. I did my duty. I showed up for the brotherhood, and then I got made fun of for the rest of spring break. So,
well, the worst part of that story is that as they were giving chants of Rusty in a high pitched voice, the girl with the one arm walked around the corner leading the chant.
Like she, with her good arm, she threw you the finger.
That's right.
Thanks for remembering that.
That's right.
Ripping off that Band-Aid, exposing my wound to the public. Great.
You know what?
That's the longest callback ever. That was long callback.
It's one of those shifts where I wanted to go have what the brotherhood, we called it a buffet. And a buffet was a shot of Grand Marnier, cold Heineken, and a double Stoli Mary. And, I don't drink. But I thought after that, I'm like, I need a friggin' buffet. The only other time down there that I ever wanted a buffet, that was the day of the Shark Tank, but we're not going to go into that now.
That's next week.
That's next week. I can take the heat off Courtney here. I have a very good, I'm in way over my head in a physical altercation story for you guys. So, okay, this is my bartending hell was Dallas, Texas. I worked at a Sam's Club right when I was out of high school, and I was the guy who would collect the fucking shopping carts. Wow. Just we give this to the dumbest person we can job, right? And that was me. And I was so good at it that after 2 months, they made me what they called me the parking lot ambassador. Like I had employees under me, and I took care of my people, man. I would go they gave me a small budget every day, and I would go get like Gatorade like first thing in the morning and mix it in a big, cooler for all my guys. And because it was hot as fuck, obviously. But so there was this guy who worked in the produce department of the Sam's Club in Dallas. And for the life of me, I never got his name. We all just called him C. It was just C. And like the vitamin, that was it. C. And C was about 6'5", and he weighed well over probably like 320. And like at Sam's, we had to wear like these belts, like for back braces, like for lifting stuff. They couldn't fit on him. So he had to get his own like leather Hans and Franz weightlifting belt to put on. And I will tell you right now, C was a cool as shit dude. We would always crack each other up every time we come in. We'd break each other's balls. He was super nice. But the people who ran that fucking club, that one particular store, the managers were racist as fuck. And C was a black dude. And one day they basically, I didn't get the full story, but I'd heard from people that they were doing him dirty. But apparently they claimed he stole product from the produce department. And he maintained like, no, I didn't do it. And so they just said, fuck it, we're going to fire him. And we had 2 break rooms at that place. We had a downstairs break room where everyone would eat lunch and an upstairs break room for meetings. It was right above. And so it was the day that they were firing C. And we were just bummed. All of us like, this is bullshit. Everybody loved it, right? Like, this is bullshit. And that's all we're talking about. And then we just hear C just go, you motherfuckers. He just screams it. And then we just hear boom. The whole room is shaking. So me and 2 other dudes run up to the break room, and C is just beating the shit out of the 3 managers who are firing. And he's just bam. They're dumb enough to keep trying, and he's just fun, and he's holding back. Like he could have just, you could tell he was like, I could kill him, but I'm not going to yet. And then so I jump like Courtney. I literally jump, and it was like he was giving me a piggyback ride, right? Like I jump on him, and I'm like, dude,
I know that feeling.
I'm like, dude, I said, you got to stop this man. I said, let's just go home. I said, we all know it's bullshit. I said, everybody down there's got your back. Like, this sucks, but just get the fuck out of here. Don't do this. Just go home. Please go home. And he goes, no, you're right, Jerry. You're right. And he calms down. He takes a breather. And I'm like, oh God, we did it. Right. And then the other guys that ran up with me, each one of them were holding one of his arms. Right. And we finally got him calmed down. And then one of the managers, I'll never forget this. He waits until we're holding C and he's calm, and he just runs up to him, jumps in his, and he goes, you don't ever do that to me, boy. And then he went, and spit right in his face.
Oh, no.
Dude. Okay. All I remember was he just leans forward and then he just does like this. And me and the two other dudes were just flying off of him. And he's beating the fuck out of him.
Listen, man. You go ahead, finish.
Well, no, we were just like, and the three of us were like, fuck it, we'll go get him. Hey, like, we're not gonna stop you now. Like, not after that.
There would have been no words you could have said to him after that. No, that level of rage, he was already on 10.
Yes.
He was already that sent him. That's like the Hulk getting extra gamma rays.
Just angry, the angriest.
So y'all did the right thing by saying, we're good. Go ahead, man. Do what you gotta do.
He fucks him up and then he takes off. And I'm following after him. I'm like, dude, don't come back here. And he goes, no, I'm gonna come back here. He goes, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get my gun and I'm gonna kill every motherfucker in here. And he goes, except for you, Jerry. And I'm like, hey. And then and I'm like, I'm good. But luckily, after he pummeled the three guy, like he fucked him up. Like the three of us were able to we weren't able to hold him back, but we were able to be like, we just yelled, get the fuck out of here enough times that he was able to make it out of the building and get in his car and drive off. And then 5 minutes later, the cops showed up. So like, okay, good. We're just like, and we told him
the craziest thing is Jerry didn't go back and tell the rest of the employees that he was coming back to kill everybody.
Jerry just punched out and went home.
Exactly.
See you guys tomorrow. Maybe.
If you're lucky.
Okay, since we're kind of on the wrestling topic, and you three guys are a lot more wrestling fanatics than I am, I have a question for you.
All right.
And like I said, I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but I am a Jim Cornette fan. I listen to his stuff a lot.
Yeah, sure.
And he's a writer, which is why I like listening to him. And he used to write for the wrestling shows, and
he's a booker.
Knows McMahon and all that. And my question to you, because this seems like a familiar trope in the wrestling world, is that you have a good guy who promises the fans everything, and then after he's got all the fans on his side, he turns evil. And he gets with a bunch of other villains and they turn evil. And it just seems to me like this Trump 2.0 administration is a well-scripted episode, a serial for a season of WWE. Because now you've got Linda McMahon in the cabinet. You got Triple H showing up, walking out of the White House and spitting water.
With rapist Lawrence Taylor.
And is the ballroom actually going to be a ballroom, or when it's revealed, is it going to be like
where the UFC fight's going to be?
Yes.
Is that what they're saying? They're going to put it in there?
WWE, and on opening night, is Vince McMahon going to come out and there's going to be the fireworks and Enter the Sandman, and then he's going to body slam Trump? Because this all feels like it's a setup.
It is,
because he turned into a villain and he's turned on his people.
Wait, but I don't know if he turned into one. I think Trump was a villain.
He revealed himself to be what he always was.
I think he go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
Well, I just think like I said, the hardest part about combating Trump's popularity is he's been famous all of our lifetimes.
Right.
Since all of us were born. You know, this guy was all like, especially with Ty, Eddie, and I, he was already a household name. By the time we were born, he was a household
But no one took
name.
him seriously. It's like,
No
oh,
one took
that's
him
that's
seriously,
that's that's what a
right.
fake rich person seems to be
Yes,
like.
that's
Like
what
no
a
one
fake-
thought he
exactly.
was.
But
No
then-
one
but
thought he
then-
was a serious thing.
But
ever.
then like a few, like maybe in the late 90s, he kind of became like, oh, he's a cool rich guy. He's a badass rich guy. That just started being the narrative about him. And then everybody just ran with it. And but so that's like, but I think he's been a piece of shit since day one.
Well,
Like I don't
he gets shouted out, which is weird. You go back and listen to old hip hop songs. He gets shouted out.
Yeah.
Hip hop songs a lot because like Eddie said, he is what they think a fake rich guy is.
Yeah.
The problem with this, and I was just talking to somebody when I was on the show. I was looking with Leo. You guys know Leo Flowers.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Working with him, and we got to talking about logic versus feeling. And I said, man, if you feel like this guy is cool, you have a right to feel that he's cool. You can you say I'm cool with corruption, I'm cool with lying and cheating.
Right.
That's fine. But logically, there is nothing about this guy that says he should be any more than a character.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that. So when to your point, Courtney, when you say it's like it being scripted to something, as shitty as Hulk Hogan ended up being,
Right.
Hulk Hogan didn't write policies. Hulk Hogan didn't pass legislation. Hulk Hogan's not rounding up these innocent people and putting them in the thing. So
No.
this turn that he is taking, what this feels more like to me is that Lex Luthor, like a dumb Lex Luthor, was given more power, and Superman is off somewhere trying to fight something in another universe, and we're left with what the fuck to deal with
We're like,
here.
fuck, when's this guy getting here? When's someone gonna get here to stop this?
The big
Yeah.
problem is he got like his first time around. There was enough guardrails and establishment in places where he couldn't do everything he wanted to do
Right.
because there's too much. The second time around, he knew better going in. Like, I'll just get rid of everybody and put in yes people. And now you're just seeing a completely unhinged
Yeah.
version of him.
So this is, so to what you were saying, Courtney, is that the craziest thing about this is that the people who put this dude there still don't really, some of them are starting to realize it, but a lot of them still don't realize this is going to hurt you. Like you may think you hurting me or Eddie or Jerry or Courtney, but what you're really doing is hurting yourself because you're going to lose your farm. You just lost your health care. You're probably going to lose your Social Security. Your wife is not going to have the same protections as a woman anymore. Your kids are going to be hungry at school. Your kids, if they even allowed to go to school, and
Your
if
sick
they're not-
parents are gonna have to move in with you because
You
they
see
don't have
what
a
I'm
place
saying?
to take care of them.
So this guy says something, and I know Eddie, you guys are going in a second, but I want to make sure I tell you guys the story. So I didn't expect this to happen, but Leo asked this couple that we were walking around the ship, and Leo asked these people why they voted for him. I give one lady credit. She was honest, and she said, I voted for him because of her husband. So her husband told her to vote for him. As shitty as that is, I give her credit for being honest that she didn't want to vote for him, but her husband made her do it. Now I looked at the husband like, why would you make your wife vote for somebody that's gonna fuck her over? That's
right.
But one person said something, and this is where I had to leave the conversation because I got emotional about it. Because he was like, yeah, I voted for him because first he said I'm cool with everything he's doing. That's one. Which
What?
I know. Exactly. So then, like I'm telling Eddie, I literally had to put my head down and look away, like, don't react the way you want to react. Ty.
Right.
My God.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And so then the next thing he said, I felt like he's going to protect the country. And I'm like, how? And it was hard for me to talk to this dude without getting emotional because I was like, bro, like you guys picked somebody who was going to do the exact opposite. And what made you think this? So I don't know. I don't know how we get fixed. I don't know when Superman comes back. I don't know. This is bananas to me.
I mean, the sliver of hope and Ty, maybe this is beyond wishful thinking on my part, but my thought is maybe the Superman is most Americans realizing, fuck this guy. Like maybe that, because I mean, I don't know if you saw that clip of old guy in Texas talking to the Texas Republicans where he said, y'all are prostitutes for Donald Trump. I guarantee you 10 years ago, that guy couldn't wait to vote for Donald Trump. You know what I mean? And now he's like, wait a minute.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if they do that gerrymandering in Texas and they literally are taking away everyone's right to vote or to have their voice heard. How deep the MAGA cult goes before they realize, oh wait, this is eventually taking away our voice. I'd like it. I don't know if it's ever going to register with all of them, but I would think some of them will go, oh wait, this is a bad thing. If they're just going to gerrymander everything to get their way, then at some point this will hurt me.
We're next. They have to realize at some point we're going to be next.
Go ahead, Courtney.
I was just going to say that when you watch The Apprentice, you're emotionally involved. When you watch WWE, they get you emotionally involved with the storylines that are going on. But when you turn the TV off, there's no consequences to that reality show. This reality show, there are consequences, but maybe they're in that mindset of every other reality show I watch, there's no consequences. I just like the show. And they've
been given a villain to cheer against or root against, which is the left. Right. And so they have something to actively root for or against, and that they don't see past that.
But that's the part that trips me out about this, is that the villain is hurting the people who are the henchmen.
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting fucked over too. So like I said, at what point will they look at this and say, well, wait a minute, if it's easy for them to just take away those people's rights, eventually they'll realize, oh, they can just take mine too. They already doing it because they're saying you as a citizen. Then here's one of the crazy. They have already done fucked up things to everybody. Yeah, that's what's bananas about it. Like I could honestly see if they came out and said, we're only taking the health care from people in blue states. We're only gonna fuck over. If they did that, then you could legit say, oh my God, it's working. We're winning.
We're winning. We're beating them.
My health care. You don't. You all lost health care. You all lost your privileges. And for you to still have this mindset of we're winning. How?
It's absurd. It makes
how are you winning?
I think it's not policy, obviously. It's just he attracts, and I'm gonna be really fucking mean, but he attracts what there is more of than there is anything else in this country, and that's fucking losers. And he attracts losers whose dreams didn't come true, and they need someone to blame. And so, what have they settled on? There's too many black chicks in Star Wars, bro. Like that's what they've. And he attracts. He's the one who says, "Hey, it ain't your fault that you're a loser. It's these people's fault that you're a loser, and we're gonna get rid of them." And they don't realize yet that he could give a fuck about them. That they're next. And they're getting fucked over now. I mean, you already see it's going to be so ugly in 2 months when our economy is just completely in the fucking toilet. And I mean, it's going to affect those middle America red state people before anyone else.
But what he's doing, and this is the part that I don't understand this. Like this is the part when I was talking to these couples where I had to walk away because I'm like, at some point, you have to acknowledge you're an idiot. Right. Either you're an idiot or you're being willfully ignorant, or you're going off of hate. You have to stop with this. Well, you got to look at the data and see there's no data. There's no metric that this dude should be allowed to do anything of substance. So you said when
they're not smart enough to realize how stupid they are. That's the problem.
but they say it with such pride.
Yeah, because they're too stupid to realize how fucking dumb they are.
This is crazy to me. So now when he fires the status, the jobs,
he allows Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Yeah.
Now what people don't understand is,
that was insane.
And I told people this with COVID, and people didn't want to believe me. They just thought, no. I said, man, he stood in front of the American public and said that it's not going to be that bad. He said that it's going to go away like a cold.
It'll just go away. It'll just go away.
1 million people died, and that dude took zero accountability. Zero, none. So
he's unable to.
But that's my point. why would you want that person back in
Right.
power?
Right.
Why would you? Because so if he could lie about a pandemic that cost 1 million people their lives, you don't think this dude be like, no, fire that bitch, get rid of her.
Right.
Now, the craziest thing about all of this, he has the House, the Senate, the executive branch, he has the Supreme Court, and instead of saying, and this is why to what you were saying, Eddie, this is where I'm hoping that these people realize he has unprecedented power.
Yeah.
He literally can order people. All of us Republicans, listen. Let's do something good for these motherfuckers. Let's do something good for them. We got all
right.
Let's do it. He could easily do that. And people would forgive every fucking thing that he did. Everything. They'd be like, look at what he did.
Right.
He is choosing to not do anything about it. And
Erdogan,
the person is just giving you the information.
Erdogan in Turkey before the last election literally walked out and started handing cash to people.
See?
Just started handing cash to them.
Wow.
And that's how he won the election. He just blatant up and up walked out and said, "Here, I'm going to give you guys," and just started handing it out. And
how
he won.
much? I don't know. How much.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a drachma worth? I have no.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie. Like
So
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm at the booth, like,
How much? What are we talking here, buddy?
right.
What are we talking? I'll fake a Turkish accent just to pretend like I'm in line to go vote.
That's right. That's
Right? Just, then just take the money, get the fuck out of there, fly back home. We're good.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is leaving the Republican Party.
Wait, leaving? Are you
Yes.
sure?
He does not want to be a Republican anymore.
I'll
When
believe
did
it when I see it.
I'm
Okay.
the same way. I'll believe.
I
what
think
did
she was just
say?
out of the headlines for too long, and she wants back in.
Is that it? Is it so? That's how the reality show is. Is that that you do something?
I
crazy
think when
to
the
get
rubber,
back
I don't know if she's there when the rubber hits the road. I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think she's there to make anything other than noise.
But I would see she's redneck enough that if Trump talks shit about her, she might be like, "I will fuck you then."
Yep.
Like she is country enough to be like, "Well, fuck you, motherfucker." Like I could see that. I could see if Trump
She's
is
got
like,
some
"Well, she's a
trailer in her."
disloyal." Yeah, some.
Yeah.
Here's what I in a normal world, I will believe that. The only reason I doubt that is because they have been so ingrained and stood up and stood by so much shit.
Yeah.
That it's like, one, I don't believe that you genuinely want to leave because this was the straw. Like
Right.
this dude has kids in Alligator Alcatraz now, and you've said nothing about it. So if he says something about you, I'm kind of not buying it. But to the other part of it is, and I think you just said it, Eddie, is they don't want to lose that connection to this community that they are that they're idolized in.
They're rock stars to these people.
Exactly. So when they don't want to be on the outs of that. People, fame and money, and his was one of the craziest things about it is that you either become a really nice person and he's like, "Oh man, this is great. Let me do something with this platform."
Sure.
Or you become so shitty and all you crave is this. All I want is this celebrity. I'll do whatever the fuck I gotta do.
And keep it coming. Keep it.
Yep.
But I will say it to the point of like, do they want to keep that celebrity going? If that was true, she wouldn't have criticized anything that's happening. And yet she has. And even we got to the point today where, I mean, fuck him forever, but Kevin
But they've all
Sorbo,
done it.
Kevin Sorbo was like, "Well, what's going on here?" When Trump said was it about Gaza, right? Wasn't that Kevin? So, I mean,
What did he say?
He's Trump's put forth the idea that any city or state that repudiates Israel or divests from Israel will no longer get FEMA funds.
He's already cutting FEMA funds, but
and Sorbo was like, what? So I think that was it, Jerry, if I'm not mistaken.
That was it. It was minor, but like you never saw these people even begin to question any of this before. And now something else that's kind of interesting is Charlemagne saying that there's going to be a coup against Trump from traditional Republicans. Like he is. Did you hear that? Like
No, but I don't think there's any traditional Republicans left.
Yes, they're leaving.
Right.
But here's the part about that is that between the Charlemagnes, the what's his name, the Rogans,
Right.
the Andrew Schultzes. I'm like, man, I can't trust you. I can't trust that you are smart enough to be on the right side of this enough to see it through and or to avoid this shit happening again.
Because each one of them did
Yes.
something questionably to back him before all
Every
this.
single one of them. So I'm like, were you lying then that you believed that this guy was the guy? Were you doing it just to grift? Or are you that fucking stupid or that much of a racist that you would say, yeah, I'm cool with this?
Right.
And so I can't. It's this thing of and when you watch movies, like I wish I could share this clip on here, but there are these black gun owners in Louisiana that showed up. It was a Confederacy. They were trying to intimidate some people. These cats showed up.
Oh, I saw that.
And I listened to, like, I saw it on my phone, but I couldn't really listen to it until I got back home. But today was the first day I heard this dude speak. Hey man, what this dude was saying, I'm like, we need this shit. This guy, this motherfucker said,
yeah.
He said, this is about good versus evil. Yeah. That's what this is. And I said, we need more motherfuckers like this. I trust that guy, at least when it comes to this.
I do, because again, I think we talked about before, is it just part of more of their grift because they see a pendulum shifting. So like, oh, well, let's just pretend we don't really like him that much in case it all falls apart and we can still have our clicks and our downloads and our listeners. But I do agree with Ty. It's hard to trust that. I still get a little, okay, well, at least it's nice that there is some pushback from I'll take pushback from any source, whether I trust it or not. At least I'll take some. But I think the big thing is going to come with, like, now you have the New York governor going, fuck it, we'll gerrymander, we'll join California, we'll join Illinois. If you really want to fight dirty, we can fight just as dirty. And I think that is what might help us. I love that all those Texas Democrats said, fuck this, we're out of here. Okay, well, for as long, I know it's just a stall tactic. I don't know how long it can last, but at least they're like, okay, you want to do this gerrymandering shit? Well, then we're fucking out of here. We're not going to let you do it.
But that's what needs to happen. I talked to Adam Schiff about 3 weeks ago, somewhere around there, and I told him, because I only had him for a little bit of time. I said, "Hey man," I said, "what we're worried about is we don't see fight.
Right?
We don't see any fight from you guys. We don't see you guys doing anything that shows us that you give a fuck about this country. We need to see more of that." And I said, the legacy you leave with this country is what you're gonna is what's gonna stick with you. So what are you guys gonna do? And he said he understood it. Now I don't know. I hope it wasn't one ear and out the other. But
right.
See actions like this. This is the fight that people want. Right. We don't need the fucking talking and then the slogan. No, get out there and do the fucking work.
I think Chuck Schumer would write another strongly worded letter that might tip the scales.
No, what's happening is the righteous going around throwing hotels and houses all over the Monopoly board, and we're sitting there on the left rolling dice, going, "It's not your turn, guys."
Right?
Yes. Like that's what we're doing. We're playing by the rules, and they're just like, "No, this is all my stuff. This is all my stuff."
Listen, the Democratic Party is, and that's why our approval ratings are so low. It's not because they hate Democrats; it's because they hate the leadership.
The leadership's not where it needs to be, for sure.
But I do like that. I do like this Tallarico guy in Texas. It's weird to see a white Christian Democrat say all the right things. I love what Cataboo is doing up there in Illinois. I think we're getting more and more voices that are going to be fighters. Like, look, I don't think anyone thinks Gavin Newsom is like a great guy, but I love seeing him. Fuck good. Okay, turn on the heat. Great. Like I can root for him if he's really going to start attacking him like this.
I'm going to tell you right now, people can have, and I'll use Bill Clinton as an example.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton personally, all right, cheated on his wife. Hey man, he didn't turn on the country. He didn't act like he didn't give a fuck about the people. He wasn't a corrupt piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not a liar. He's a liar, but you never felt that with Bill Clinton. This guy, Gavin Newsom, hey man, I don't give a fuck if Gavin Newsom got a blowjob every afternoon from a different chick, as long as they're adults. If he ain't throwing the country under the bus,
then good.
Hey man, go do whatever you got to do, bro. Go ahead.
Yes, have your fun.
I will vote for it to be put in the budget that you get a certain amount of blowjobs for your turn.
Yeah.
Here's your blowjob war chest.
Here's
You
your
do
blowjob.
whatever you please.
That's right.
I just, along with the fact that we have the fighters finally showing up, I love the right is counteracting this with some incredible fighters of their own. Nancy Mace is now going to run for governor in South Carolina. And Derek Dooley, guys, Derek Dooley has come out of the basement, looked up, gotten some oxygen, and thought, I'm going to run for Senate in Georgia. So
I think,
he's going to take his losing football coaching record and he's going to go try and parlay it into. So they're sending their best once again.
I think that's one of the few bright spots I can still take from this is, this is the brain power of the Dave Campo led Dallas Cowboys coming after us. So it's
5'11".
like, okay, yeah, like, all right, I'm not, I mean, this is all fucking awful. And everyone, it's awful. Like, so I just did some shows with my friends, Steve Hallis and of course, Cristela Alonso. And we were doing shows because we all started together in Dallas and we were doing shows, at the Oxnard Levity Live, and then at that new club in Bellflower, the stand-up, been there for a couple of years. And it was all the benefit, all the money went to this organization that's providing legal help to people who have been detained by ICE. Dude, in fucking 2 nights, that organization got over 20 grand. And it was, but we tell you what was scary. And this was like, because seeing it, at the Levity Live in Oxnard, they have that Copper Blues live venue next door. Every Friday night is Banda night, and every Friday night I remember working that club a million times, fucking packed. You'd hear the Mexican music playing. There was so many people, jam packed. It was like the place to be, dude. They were telling us ever since the ICE raid started, that shit's been half full at best. Like it's just, and one of the women came up to Cristela after the show and she said, and it was heartbreaking. She just goes, my mother wanted to be here, but she's terrified to leave the house. So we had to just like, and it's, so I think like, I do think there are people out there who might have hate in their hearts. They might have this and that, but when they actually see what's happening, that could be like, whoa, okay, wait a minute. Like this is fucking crazy. Like these are, parents being nabbed with children. Like it's just crazy. Like it's getting.
I will say that, and Eddie, I know what you got to do.
I got to bounce, but you guys can stay on. I'll just pop out.
Okay,
that's cool.
17. All right.
All right. Yeah. Well, we could do a quicker. We could just.
I got to.
If you want, we can wrap this up in a couple of minutes. And then,
could you say 3 more minutes?
Yeah. Sorry.
So let me just say this:
the kid needs something. I got to get to him.
No problem. Let me say this just real quick. The thing about that, and I hope you're right. I hope that people seeing this,
right?
One of the people I talked to on the ship said we differ on things, and I told him about the alligator Alcatraz, and he said, well, where we differ is they're rounding up the criminals, and I had to literally explain to him the people that are being rounded up. And my whole point in telling you this is when I said it to him, he genuinely, I don't know if he's a good actor, but he's genuinely sounded like, well, wait a minute, I got to look into that.
Right.
I told him, I said, they're rounding up people at churches and workplaces. He said, they got to do it the right way. I said, they're rounding people up at immigration hearings. So they're doing it the right way. And when I said that to him, he said, well, I guess I have to look into that. So I don't know. Fingers crossed.
Because I do think it's what it all sounds good on paper. I'm going to get rid of everybody you don't like. But it's like I forgot that. What was that? It wasn't that great. Wasn't that good of a movie? But the one with Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson, where they were clones and they lived on that island, and
which was an oil platform.
Yeah, and it was basically like they existed if their clone, if their host person needed an organ, they would just kill them and get the organs. So that person could live longer. And the person who wrote that screenplay, he said, and it was a great line. He goes, "Everybody loves a good steak, nobody wants to see what goes on in the slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I think
We're
now
all
that
seeing the
people,
slaughterhouse. Yeah.
we're all seeing the slaughterhouse now. And we're
Mhm.
like, whoa, wait a minute. This sounded good when he was
Yeah.
just talking shit. But now that it's happening, it's fucking scary. But yeah, I don't know. We can.
Well, cool.
Well, all right. Thank you all for
All
tuning
right.
in to We Ain't Right. Subscribe, 5-star rating, positive text review. We'll be back next week. Take care, everybody. Courtney, he'll tell us a story of the time he tended Bart, the From Dusk Till Dawn joint. And like you'll have
I
some
do
good.
have a shift like that, unfortunately. More than one.
All right. Great seeing
guys.
you all. Stay safe out there, guys. Take care.
too.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Peace.